Good evening, and tonight midweek sports special comes from Upton Park, where West Ham have been involved in a thrilling League Cup quarter-final against Tottenham, and that's our main feature tonight.
Played on again for Goddard. He's got in behind McAllister this time, whipped it across the David Cross didn't get the touch.
Also tonight, a look at the other two League Cup quarter-finals, where at Vicarage Road, Gary Thompson led a Coventry City fight-back with 2 goals against Watford, and the match finished 2-2. And at Anfield, where a spectacular goal by Terry McDermott was a feature of Liverpool's 3-1 win over Birmingham. And tonight, a specially extended edition of the programme with an extra bonus for you, the knockout boxing action of Britain's John L. Gardner. And this is what he did to Italy's Lorenzo Zanon in last week's fight for the European Heavyweight Championship in Italy. And John L. Gardner will be telling us about his proposed fight now with Muhammad Ali. There's motor racing too, and tonight we meet world champion Alan Jones and the young man who's just been voted the most promising driver of the year, David Leslie. And to end it all, gymnastics, and it's the Russians at Wembley. Some really beautiful stuff as they bring you gymnastics with a difference. But now it's time for the main action of the night, and it's the League Cup quarter-final between West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur here at Upton Park. A real cup tie atmosphere, real cup tie action.
Latest time. And first out on a night of expectations here in London are the home team West Ham. Followed by the visitors from up the road, Tottenham Hotspur, led by Steve Perryman. And Upton Park is packed out, an all-ticket crowd of 36,000, which is producing record receipts of £85,000, with another £50,000, it's said, coming from closed-circuit television in a number of London cinemas. A genuine cup-tie atmosphere, with the second division leaders at home to their first division neighbours. And indeed, with men like Trevor Brooking in the midfield for West Ham, although he came close to missing the game today because of a stomach upset, and he's supported in that midfield by Alan Devonshire. And with Osvaldo Ardiles covering the same territory for Tottenham and supported by the likes of Glenn Hoddle, well, the skills should be at the highest level. And when you look at the West Ham side tonight, they're unchanged. You also have to reckon with the striking power of David Cross and Paul Goddard, who between them have scored 33 goals this season. And the West Ham sub is Jimmy Neighbour. One of his previous clubs was Tottenham. As for Spurs themselves, although they've lost their last 2 matches, they're not short of successful strikers either. Steve Archibald and Garth Crooks between them have scored 23 First Division goals this season. And elsewhere in the Spurs side, Terry Yorath returns. His name has been linked, of course, recently with Leeds and Cardiff, but he could have a great influence here tonight. It's his sort of match, and he replaces Paul Miller. The referee is John Hunting from Leicester. So as the cup tie roar gets underway, so does the game, with West Ham kicking off, attacking the goal to our right in claret and blue shirts, and West Ham with an amazing home record. They've not been beaten since the opening day of the season here, and they've had 13 successive victories here since then, and even by Liverpool standards, that really is some record. Spurs coming to this match having lost their last 2 and won only one of their last 4 away, but that was convincingly at Nottingham Forest. But of course, on a night like this, the past is forgotten. And it's this night and the possibility of a place in the semi-finals of the League Cup that really matters. A free kick there for Tottenham. Vicky Velia to take it. And it'll be Don McAllister. Archibald on the far side. Ardiles in there. Good leap there by Archibald. And Lampard just nodding it out to Devonshire there. Hoddle. And here's Brooking. Flick wide here now for Holland. Played in for Goddard. And Velia getting it back to Barry Davies. Crooks and Bonds underneath one. It's Bonds' header, and now it's Ardiles. Crooks looking for Velia. And West Ham struggling to keep him out a little bit there. Houghton now finding Yorath, switching it wide to the far side now to Glenn Hoddle. Hoddle with a shot, and straight at Phil Parkes. Lacey, Brooking, and now Houghton. Shot there by Archibald. On Alvin Martin, another free kick to West Ham. Played here for Lampard, a bit of space. Both sides taking a little time to shake down into the right sort of momentum in this cup tie. Goddard now finding that's a bit better for West Ham. Brooking, and now Pike playing it wide here for Holland. And wide for the advancing Ray Stewart. He's gone past Garth Crooks, the cross in there, and Yoreth ducking in to get it away. Now Crooks again. A long ball forward. Archibald's after it. Has he got the legs of Martin here? No, Martin challenging well. A 1 against 1, and Alvin Martin coming out on top there for West Ham. Stewart floating it in for cross. A nod down here for Holland. Through the legs of Houghton. Another throw to West Ham. Velia. A little touch there and a good one there for Yoreth. Played for Hoddle. And a nice reverse pass by Hoddle for the waiting Lacey. Crooks across there. No foul. Now there is. And it's West Ham's way. Bonds to Devonshire, who's as yet not had a lot to say for himself. There's a simple pass, though, and he gets it back from Pike. Played wide here for Holland. Stopped by Ardiles. It's Houghton. Nicely chested down by Martin. Looks a picture of composure there. And now Devonshire. Brooking up ahead of him. And Goddard's in there, nodded down again for Brooking. Across there, too high for Goddard. And it was Lacey who got it away. A beautiful piece of play by Brooking and for West Ham in general. And Spurs having a bit of trouble getting this away. Now they should with Ardiles. And Spurs really at full stretch there. Now Hoddle trying to get him going forward as Perryman makes the advance. And he's got Crooks up there with him. Now, can he get past Billy Bonds? Bonds has had 2 goes at him. Crooks with a shot. It's finally charged down. Here's Hoddle again for Tottenham. Now Ardiles. Looking to get a shot in order to find Crooks, and in the end, nothing happens. Well, the ball, in fact, was kicked against the hand of Billy Bonds. There's no question of that, but I think the referee must have construed that as being totally accidental. And it was inside the penalty area. A scramble there. Pike getting a free kick for West Ham against Ricky Velia, and Brooking taking it up now for West Ham. Devonshire outside him. Lampard going beyond him. Now Lampard making the run inside. Here's Devonshire. Well, that's a free kick right on the edge of the box as Devonshire is brought down by Steve Perryman. Now this might be interesting. Martin's already coming up. Bonds has decided to stay back. But with Martin and Cross to aim for. And now Billy Bonds going forward. It's going to be Brooking. A little floater in there, in fact, hitting it straight at Ardiles. Not a very good free kick at all. Stewart heading it into the stand, and Tottenham get a throw. Yoreth. Bonds and Pike. Goddard battling away, in fact got his head to it. Brooking played through the legs of Velia. And a long shot from Stewart. curling away from Danes, but in the end curling away from the post. It was Brooking through the legs of Ricky Villa there. First time shot. And wide. Goddard. A touch for Brooking. Played on again for Goddard. He's got in behind McAllister this time. Whipped it across. David Cross didn't get the touch. There's a lovely piece of combined play there between Brooking and Goddard. And now it's with Pike. Now Stewart. Spurs may have had more of the game, but there's no doubt that on a couple of occasions West Ham have just been that single touch away from going into the lead. Holland now hitting it straight at Yorath. Houghton, the crowd around it shouted handball, but the referee couldn't have been better placed to see that it wasn't. Ardiles to Villa. He's got Crooks and Archibald up ahead of him, and Perryman again galloping down that right-hand side. Here's Perryman. Huddle inside. Left foot cross coming in, Martin's header away. Marks was right behind him, probably calling for it, but whether Martin didn't hear him in all this noise, I don't know. But it's Devonshire now for West Ham. Oh, and Devonshire switched it straight to Crooks. Now Villa. Stopped well by Billy Bonds, but here's Huddle. The trouble is still on for West Ham. And then Lampard stops him, and here's Devonshire. Goddard. Free kick, fouled by McAllister. Now it's taken. Devonshire played in, he meant to find Brooking, he only found Ardiles. Yorath. Crooks. Good play by Crooks, but Houghton couldn't get it at the first attempt. Billy Bond eventually gets it away here to Stewart. Now Holland. Stewart again. And a West Ham throw. Holland finding Goddard. Stewart. Stewart's header again, Ardiles. Now Huddle, a lot of space ahead of him now, and also Archibald and Crooks are ahead of him. Still with Huddle, left foot shot, down goes Parks again, holding on to it. Well that he did, because Archibald was coming in fast. Brooking's touch. Cross. Houghton and Holland battling away there. And Holland getting a free kick against Chris Houghton. And Houghton might be in a bit of trouble there. I noticed that Cross was diving in there, and Pat Holland, yes, it's going to be a yellow card for Chris Houghton. And in fact, I think Pat Holland did David Cross a turn there as well, because I think David Cross wanted to say a word or two, and Holland acted as the peacemaker. This was the challenge that led to the yellow card. Houghton clearly pulling him back and then clearly fouling him. So a free kick to West Ham. Brooking will take it. Bonds is right in there again. Deep is Alvin Martin. It's Martin's header, and Danes' catch under pressure from Goddard. Free kick, in fact. Well, Spurs were claiming that Archibald was shoved in the back, but you have to say the referee was at the perfect angle to see that one. He was absolutely in line. I fancy the linesman may have flagged, but it's the referee's word, of course. The ball with Phil Parks now. Good jump by Lacey again. Archibald for John Lacey. Hoddle. Ardiles beautifully striding over that challenge from Pike. Archibald. Played in for Ardiles. Good challenging, successful defending by Billy Bonds, but here's Velia now for Tottenham, and space here for Houghton. Charged down by Devonshire. Now with Yorith again. Played here for Hoddle. Good little spell of pressure this by Tottenham. Played inside for Perryman there, getting almost inside the fullback. In fact, it was Cross who'd gone right back down there. Perryman furious, he felt that Spurs should have had a corner, but it came off David Cross. But the referee said no goal kick. Bannister with a header. Yorith playing it in here for Ardiles. Yorith again, coming right to half-time, and indeed there is the half-time whistle with a lot of good attacking intentions in this full-throated cup tie, but as yet no goals. On a night when on Midweek Sports Special we also have top gymnastics and some knockout boxing for you. The half-time score here at Upton Park in this quarter-final of the Football League Cup is West Ham United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and we'll be back with the second half.
Casio, a major computer company, present two remarkable new watches. Features that Casio brought together. 3-in-1. Time, stopwatch, calculator, $27.95. Numbers or hands with stopwatch, countdown alarm, $34.95. Casio, what will they think of next?
I said G-R-E-E-N-D-R-A-G-O-N. I said, I'm the one they call the Green Dragon, and I hope that I can be your friend. Check it out, I'll be waiting for you down at your bar tonight, and you recognize me in a flash. Because if you're looking for me, just count the people you see with a Green Dragon on their glass. Hear me talking about a sparkling blend, a sparkling wine. It's a new aperitif that's light. Pick up an ice cold dragon at your favorite bar, and get a dragon on your glass tonight. Snap one up tonight.
To every child born in Britain today, the TSB makes one simple promise. Throughout your lifetime, each time you come to our bank for help, we'll try to say yes. Yes, we'll help you save. And when you're older, we'll make opening a cheque account simple. Yes, we'll try to help you with a loan, help with investments, help with insurance. The TSB already provides this help to over 8 million customers. Welcome to the TSB. We like to say yes.
And all because the lady loves milk tray.
We'll drop a bit of that, John.
James, actually. James Watney.
Mr. Watney,
Yes, Jane.
I'm handing him your notice.
Why?
Well, it's your London and Stag bitters, sir.
And what is wrong with them, pray? Fine traditional ales they are, my girl. Conditioned in the cask and raised from the cellar by hand pump.
That's the point. Look.
It takes a little pull to get the best beers in town.
Welcome back then as Spurs get us away at the start of the second half. They now in the white shirts attacking the goal to our right. Indeed, it's curious that Spurs have not been out of London in the League Cup so far this season. They've beaten Orient, Crystal Palace and Arsenal to get this far. And West Ham, until tonight, have not played a First Division side in the Cup this season. Burnley, Charlton and Barnsley they've beaten. There's no doubt at all about it that Steve Perryman, playing more as a right back in the first half, was making things difficult for Devonshire and Brooking, who do so much of their good work down the left. Although I've noticed right at the start of this second half, Perryman looks as though he's in a much more central position in the defence. It's a free kick for Tottenham, which McAllister will take. Well, Perryman coming back across to this right-back position. And it's been a telling tactical factor, there's no doubt about that. Hoddle now for Crooks, knocked down for Archibald. Now Ardiles for Tottenham. And his shot charged down by Pike, but there's Archibald getting in there and a cross coming in. Velia touching it in there for Hoddle, and both Pike and Martin close quickly enough to prevent the shot going in, and it's Holland now for West Ham. Tottenham's throw. This for a place in the semi-finals of the Football League Cup, remember. And it's with John Lacey. Gareth. Archibald, a nice touch here for Glenn Hoddle. And again, Martin getting in there, but only as far as Archibald again for Tottenham, and Crooks is in there. Back for Archibald, a shot straight off the chest of Phil Parkes, and he grabbed it at the second goal. A really good shot there. Crooks just laying it back there for Archibald, hit straight at Parkes. Yoreth. Perryman for Hoddle. And a corner. So a corner for Tottenham. And Hoddle with it. Well, struck one again. McAllister had come right in there, as he does so often, coming in late, but West Ham got that one away. It was Cross who eventually whacked it into the crowd. So it's Velia again with a throw. Archibald. Velia. Ardiles. Bob will beat him there, but Archibald curls it in. Martin again with a header for West Ham. Perryman casually playing that for Houghton, and Houghton was suddenly surrounded by claret and blue and decided that was the way out. Perryman again. Hoddle. Crooks. Come maybe for Brooking, it'll come maybe for Goddard. And suddenly West Ham have got a few forward. Devonshire's made a good break here for West Ham. He went just a little wider than he would have wanted. The little touch there for Brooking, and the cross by him. And was it a handball? Well, there were strong claims by West Ham for a handball there in the 6-yard area. Well, it was nodded down there, and I must say it looked very much like a handball by Houghton, but the referee decided otherwise. And here's Ardiles. I must say that's going to be a controversial moment in this game, and from that slow motion there it looked a handball, but here's Goddard, and Daines is right out of his goal. Played in there towards Brooking. Oh! And Houghton knocked that one off the line. Great play in here. Terrific shot by Brooking. A marvellous save by Chris Houghton. And now Lampard lining one up there. Billy Bonds is right in there. That was Holland's header, though. Now, that was a lucky break for Tottenham. Daines was beaten by Brooking's shot, and Houghton did miraculously on that line. Long kick. Brooking trying to get that ball from Goddard. Here's Devonshire, and Perryman doing that job well in stopping Devonshire's run down the left. West Ham's throw. Brooking again. Surrounded there by Hoddle and by Perryman, and really being harassed by them. Devonshire going in there, but the Spurs men get it away well. It's Hoddle now for Tottenham. The ball played forward for Crooks to chase, and Alvin Martin with the big boot getting it back to Phil Parks. Again, that long ball being played forward suddenly by West Ham, and a couple of times it looked as though it might get them in. On that occasion, Houghton made sure that it didn't. But West Ham get the throw. Goddard. Crossed in there, no trouble for Danes. Bond's going there for that one. Bit of play here again by Stewart, and Cross, surely offside he is. Stewart towards Goddard. Had a fall for Cross, a little touch here for Brooking, and now Devonshire taking it up again. Pike slipped wide here for Lampard. To Stewart. A touch there for Devonshire. Back again for Martin. Brookings, little header in there, and Lacey doing a good job at the back that time for Tottenham with the Cross poised behind him. But West Ham get a corner. Corner, Billy Bonds, battering Ram in there with a header, but a chance maybe for a break for Tottenham. Velia on the ball for them, Ardiles. Crooks is making a run through the centre, but West Ham are getting people back. Velia, Ardiles. Velia this time to Hoddle. Played there for Archibald. And it's Devonshire. Running with the ball, finding Brooking, chance to run with the ball again. But plays it wide on this side now for Frank Lampard. West Ham having a good inventive spell at the moment. Here's Brooking. Played there to Goddard, but the return pass wasn't what Brooking wanted, but he still made something of it. Stewart rifling one in there! Tremendous save by Danes. Well, what was that? 30 yards from fullback Ray Stewart. What a tremendous shot it was. Almost out of nothing. West Ham very nearly got a spectacular goal, but for an equally spectacular piece of keeping by Barry Danes. So West Ham get a corner. Brooking will take it. And certainly the escapes have been at this end in the second half. Brooking again with a corner. Still haven't got it away. Archibald with a chance, but here's Stewart again now. for West Ham. Played wide there, he hoped towards Brooking, but cut out superbly by Hoddle. Well, that one's cut out by Stewart. Swept wide this time for Billy Bonds. Holland is up there with him as well. Goddard. Little touch back here for Devonshire. This time it's Lampard being brought more and more into the play down this left flank. It's Brooking. The cross in a bit earlier this time. They're all going in there. Billy Bonds, and a good save again by Danes. And in fact, the whistle had gone. All credit to Danes, though. It was a terrific piece of keeping once again. And you'll notice it was a safe catch at the end of it. Bonds going in with that header there. Danes with the catch. And we get to the point where both sides will wind themselves up for a really big finish. And here's Brooking. And Holland. And West Ham still can't get to it. Cross. Yes! Cross has put it in! Brooking put through there. Danes seem to have saved it there. Spurs seem to have saved it there. It seemed to be going too wide for Cross. What a chip. And even Perryman couldn't stop it from going in. And West Ham go into the lead with about 9 minutes to go. David Cross, goal 21 of the season for him. And who knows what a precious one it might be now for West Ham. The second division leaders leading their first division neighbours by a goal to nil. And really on their second half performance, just about deserving it. Now can Spurs hit them, or can West Ham keep this resolve and concentration going for another 9 minutes? Again, that long clearance from Phil Parks. Brooking, played wide, what a good ball there. Holland, Stewart's up there as well. And you're stopping that one for Tottenham. And here's Lampard. Brooking, they've got plenty forward, and Brooking just trying to lift that over the head of the defence. Villa belting that out here for Archibald to chase. Battling away with Alvin Martin, and a throw to Tottenham. Brooks, that's going to be a West Ham throw. Goddard, here's Pike, a lot of space over on that far side, filled by Stewart and by Holland. It's Pat Holland. Back heel there for Stewart. That's Yorath's ball. Just look at those West Ham fans there. They know that if they can hold out, or their team can rather, for another 7 minutes or so, they've got a place in the semi-finals. Goddard trying to get a 1-2 going. Here's Jeff Pike, who's hit some pretty spectacular goals this season, but not that time. Villa now for Tottenham as they break back. It's with Ardiles. Crooks and Archibald are up. Played here for Archibald. Now played for Villa. Stewart going across to do a covering job. Played here again for Ardiles. Villa now. And the shot by Houghton, saved down there by Phil Parks. Well, Houghton's had a really active game. He's been booked, he's headed off the line, and he had that shot there. Billy Bonds cutting it out again for West Ham. And going all the way. His sights set first of all on the corner flag, I fancy, to take up a few more seconds, and then to look around and see what's on. And down to the corner flag it goes. And West Ham get the throw. We're now playing time added on. Brooking. So it's a matter of seconds now. And West Ham are almost there. It's another throw. Spurs are almost out. John Hunting, the referee, is looking at his watch. That David Cross goal looks as though it might be the one, and it is! The whistle has gone, and West Ham have done it. The goal by Cross, so close to the end. A real full-blooded cup tie, where Spurs came and attacked so hard in the first half, but had nothing to show for it, and West Ham did so much of the attacking in the second, and then came that vital breakthrough by David Cross, and West Ham, with their resolution and their confidence and their concentration holding out to keep Tottenham at bay. And so we get a final scoreline then in this Football League Cup quarter-final here at Upton Park. It's West Ham 1, David Cross the scorer, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And still to come tonight, remember, there's knockout boxing involving John L. Gardner and the European Heavyweight Championship, and gymnastics from Wembley with the Russians. That's after this break.
Buy a Black & Decker workmate now and you can send for an electric sander for the bargain price of £10, saving £19 on list price. Extra value from Black & Decker.
Ask more of your coffee. Remember, all this golden roasted aroma and flavor is captured instantly in Gold Blend. Because Gold Blend is freeze-dried to give you more of a cup of coffee. Gold Blend captures more. Gold Blend. More aroma, more flavor, more of a cup of coffee.
Gillette have a razor that uses its head. Because it pivots, it follows all the ins and outs of your face and keeps the famous Gillette twin blades at the perfect shaving angle, even in those hard-to-get-at places. It's called the Gillette Contour. So to get a closer, smoother shave, use your head. Get the Gillette Contour, the razor that uses its head.
The Atari Space Invaders are here. Now you can play the world's most popular arcade game in your own home. Space age action on your own TV screen. Plus, all the excitement of a Western shootout. All the fun of basketball. The drama of an air-sea battle. More games than any other video computer system. Atari, out-of-this-world action from your nearest stockist now. Atari, great ideas from Ingersoll.
What's going on? We're demonstrating how Canada Dry ginger ale blends perfectly with whiskey.
Go on.
There's nothing else to add. Or except it was invented by a Scot.
Canada Dry, let your whiskey through.
Oh, so why is it called Canada Dry?
He moved.
Canada Dry and whiskey were made for each other.
Flint, man's first weapon. It gave him the edge. Flint aftershave, the new aftershave that's refreshingly masculine. Flint aftershave. It'll give you the edge.
Look here, Creepwood. Who's the mystery guest?
Is that him now?
There he is!
The trick of the light, Mr. Trenchcoat. It's the Stilton.
Yes.
My friend has arrived.
Oh, it's the Sandyman. Sandyman partner sport. Now I've got it.
Yes, but please pass it round, Miss Marvel.
Yes.
And welcome back to Midweek Sports Special, and tonight we've seen how West Ham beat Spurs in the League Cup with that late goal by David Cross to reach the semi-finals. Well, after the match, Simon Reed spoke to Terry Yorath of Spurs and, of course, to the man who scored that winning goal, David Cross.
David, you're 21st of the season, but none sweeter, I reckon.
Oh, no, I mean, it's a fantastic time to score a goal, Simon, with 10 minutes to go in a quarter-final of the League Cup, especially in a game which was as exciting as this one was. I mean, it had everything, really, apart from a lot of goals. I mean, the crowd must have been really well entertained, and obviously I was delighted to score.
Yeah. I wonder what happened, because it looked as if West Ham had lost their chance in that particular instance. The ball had gone wide, you chased it wide.
Yes, I think what happened, I received the ball just inside their half and played a through ball to Trevor, and Trevor's pace enabled him to just reach it at the edge of the box. The keeper smothered it. The ball somehow broke wide, and of course, because I was coming from behind the play, I could read everything that was going on, and as it drifted wide, I had a look up, saw that there was nobody guarding the goal now, and I just chipped it for the far post, and luckily it drifted in.
Was for the far post, not for a cross?
Oh, no. We were talking earlier before the game about how to score and perhaps how we could break Tottenham down. And we felt that, with due respect to Barry Davies, we felt that he could be chipped. Sometimes he comes off his line a wee bit. And that was just the ideal instance. And, of course, you know the rest.
I think we didn't play as well in midfield as what we can do, and that's our best department, you know. But West Ham, especially after they scored the goal, I know it was only for 10 minutes, they showed some really good football. I think they look a first division side, and I wish I'd have backed them a long time ago to win the second division.
There's a hell of a lot of grit now.
Yes, we were determined not to lose, and I think that's an easy thing to say, obviously, but it's a difficult thing to get into your makeup, you know, the determination not to lose and to fight for every ball, and I think we've got that to a certain extent now.
Did you think that you'd be in tonight?
No idea. I thought I'd probably be on my way to Cardiff now, you know.
What is the latest on that? Because it seems as if it's gone a bit cold now. The Leeds thing has ended up rather unpleasantly, hasn't it? And Cardiff, what is the position there?
Cardiff's all off as well. So my manager tells me. I've never said that I wanted to leave White Hart Lane, and I'm quite happy playing there. As for the Leeds thing, I think they've been a bit unethical in what they've said. Alan Clark, when I first went there, told me that whatever I asked for, I wouldn't get. So when you're going into contractual negotiations, you go for the highest, and I asked for £600 a week and £40,000. Now, some people have said to me, £40,000 in your hand, you know, that's stupid, you know. I knew I wasn't going to get it, and so I asked for it, you know, and then it gets knocked down and knocked down and knocked down, until in the end, Leeds offered me less wages than I was getting at Tottenham. And when you think, I live in Coventry, and my wife and my children are quite happy there, any man would be a fool to go to another place for less wages than what you're offered.
But on the basis of tonight, there's definitely a place for you in Tottenham.
I hope so. But that's up to the manager, as I say. I want to stay at Tottenham because I think Tottenham's a fantastic club to play for, and the crowd are fantastic there, you know, and I love playing for them.
Well, at least there's some consolation then for Spurs fans in defeat tonight. West Ham winning that 1-0. Meanwhile, another quarter-final up at Anfield. Liverpool joined West Ham in the semi-finals by beating Birmingham City by 3-1. And reporting on that one is Jim Rosenthal.
So the League Cup favourites go through, but don't be fooled by that result. Birmingham supporters outshouted the Kop. On the pitch, they frequently outplayed Liverpool. Superbly prompted by Gemmell, with Gallagher outstanding in defence, Birmingham created by far the best chances, particularly in the second half, when Ray Clements had to be at his best to deny Linex and Birchin. It was 1-1 at half-time. Started and finished the move that put Liverpool in front after a quiet 24 minutes. Keith Birchin flashed in an equaliser to finish an excellent four-man move down the left. Then came those Birmingham misses before Terry McDermott's spectacular volley restored Liverpool's lead after Kirbishley needlessly conceded a corner. David Johnson's goal came seconds after substitute Gibbons had been inches away from an equaliser. But the lesson's clear: if you miss chances here, you perish.
Well, Watford may be struggling at the wrong end of the second division, but there's no doubt that they've been the surprise team of the League Cup this season with those astonishing victories over Southampton and Nottingham Forest. Well, now they faced First Division Coventry City at Vicarage Road, and the result was a 2-2 draw, and our reporter at the game was Martin Tyler.
Well, Watford had their chances to extend that remarkable League Cup run, but tonight Coventry City showed far more backbone than Southampton or Forest when they visited Vicarage Road. Gary Thompson, Coventry's 20-year-old striker, he's the man who's taken his club one step closer, their first ever semi-final. Thompson scored both Coventry's goals, his first after just 14 minutes, a looping header after confusion between Eric Steele and Steve Sims. Malcolm Poskett pulled Watford level 7 minutes later, a superb drive from 30 yards. And Poskett played a part in Watford taking the lead within another 3 minutes. His shot pushed out by Les Seeley, and Jerry Armstrong bundled in his first goal since signing from Tottenham Hotspur last month. But 6 minutes before half-time, Thompson equalised, justifying his recall after being dropped last Saturday. In the second half, the better chances were all Coventry's, and you've got to fancy them in next Tuesday night's replay at Highfield Road.
Well, 3 other football results tonight, and here they are. In Division 2, Preston 2, Grimsby 4. And I think Grimsby have had problems scoring goals all season. In Division 3, Burnley 0, Barnsley 1. And Barnsley now second in Division 3. The gap now just 2 points between them and Charlton. And the Anglo-Scottish Cup semi-final first leg, Bury 1, Chesterfield 2. And more news tonight of Malcolm Allison, who today took his first training session since becoming Crystal Palace's new team manager. The former Manchester City boss revealed that he's only on a 6-week trial at Selhurst Park, and he told us that should give us long enough to decide whether it's worth my while signing a long contract.